constantly feel guilty, even when you haven't done anything wrong? If guilt follows you everywhere, it's not because you're a bad person. It's likely a learned survival response. Let's explore why this happens and how to release it. Guilt and shame are deeply wired into us. Research shows that children who grow up in highly critical or emotionally unpredictable environments develop excessive guilt as a way to stay safe. If you were made to feel responsible for others' emotions, guilt became your default. Dr. Brené Brown explains that guilt says, I did something bad, but shame says, I am bad. Chronic guilt often turns into shame, making you believe that mistakes define your worth. This cycle keeps you stuck in self-blame, even for things outside your control. If guilt is your default, ask yourself, who benefits from me always feeling this way? Studies on people-pleasing reveal that those who feel guilty easily are more likely to be manipulated by guilt tripping. Guilt makes you easier to control. Your brain is wired to avoid rejection. Childhood experiences of guilt, especially when love was withdrawn as a consequence, teach your nervous system that guilt is the price of connection. As an adult, you might still carry this belief, even when it's no longer true. So how do you let go of guilt? First, distinguish real guilt from false guilt. Real guilt happens when we violate our values, while false guilt is when we feel bad for simply existing, setting boundaries, or prioritizing ourselves. Challenge your inner critic. Studies show that self-compassion reduces shame-based guilt and increases resilience. When you feel guilty, ask, would I judge a friend this harshly for the same thing? The answer is usually no. Practice self-forgiveness. Research confirms that forgiving yourself actually increases accountability. The more you allow yourself to learn from mistakes rather than punish yourself, the more likely you are to grow. Let go of guilt-based conditioning. If saying no or disappointing others makes you feel guilty, remind yourself, discomfort doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. Healthy boundaries feel uncomfortable at first, but that doesn't mean they're bad. Shame thrives in silence. Talking about guilt with trusted people helps break its power. Dr. Brown's research shows that speaking shame out loud helps dissolve it. You are not alone in this struggle, and you are not broken. What's one thing you're ready to stop feeling guilty for? Drop it in the comments. If this helped, don't forget to like and subscribe for more reparenting and self-healing content. You deserve to live without guilt,